Coming into 2020 was, I think, unexpected. In 2019, I had lost my grandfather, who I'd become very close with over the years. I had this emptiness inside, and instead of turning to God, I turned to the world. It kind of led me down the wrong path. I put my trust in people. I made some very poor financial decisions, and I dug a deep hole of debt for myself and 15+ year struggle of addiction.
2020 began with me being pregnant to our 5th child and being ordered to bed rest for the remainder of the pregnancy. There was a welling up of anger and bitterness towards everyone close to me, and I had no idea what the root was. It just sprung up. So baby Tavine arrived 6 weeks early, and due to his situation, I'm not able to hold him. And 3 days after he comes, I leave the hospital without him. I felt like I failed, that my body didn't do what it was supposed to do and protect my baby. And now he's in a situation in the hospital that I have no control over. All I could do is just be in my sorrow.
When COVID hit, I think it was a big change for everybody. But for me, I found myself in this deep valley. For most of my life, I claimed to be a Christian, but in reality, looking back, I was the church kid on Sunday, but during the week, I was someone completely different. I was just filled with guilt and shame, and I had felt like such a failure to my friends, my family, but most of all to God.
So the state is now in shutdown, and I'm at home with 4 of our 5 children. 2 of them doing distance learning while having a 16-month-old and our newborn with us. And the added stressors just continue to build up that anger, build up that bitterness, still not knowing the root of it all.
My mom always told me when she was going through a hard time, it helped her to lay down with her Bible next to her. So I tried it, and for the first time, and I would say 3 or 4 months, I was able to sleep soundly. I cried out to God, God, I made so many mistakes, but I know that I need you. All I remember hearing was, my son, you could continue down this road, or you can look to me, trust in me, and allow me to guide you for the rest of your life.
In May, God tells me to start developing a mission, vision, and purpose to a business plan of teaching and administering preschool distance learning, something that's never been heard of before. And that started with professional development opportunities. And in doing so, it opened up the doors to what I get to do now, which is distance learning from home. For me, it was being obedient to what he was calling me to do. And that started that I had no idea where it was going, but I knew that God's hand was on it. And so I just listened.
I couldn't continue down this road I was on. So I chose God. And the verse that has been with me actually since college, and that's Proverbs 3:5-6. To trust in the Lord and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways seek him and he will guide you on the path to take. So in this beginning of my healing, I just devoted a lot of my time to spending more time in the Word, spending more time in prayer and in worship. And I just began to feel this overwhelming feeling of peace and freedom and joy in my life, something that I've really never felt before. And that's when I knew that God was with me, even though he's never left me. I felt that he was there, right there next to me again. And, we were beginning a new journey.
So we launched our business in the late summer, and it is a thriving nonprofit. Our mission and our vision is clearly God-given and God-appointed for our organization. I plugged myself into the War Room Bible study with the women's ministry here at C4. And during that time, it changed my prayer life. Now I'm able to speak in more authority and pray in more authority.
No matter where I am in my season of life, I will always need God. I can say that I've been redeemed and I've been set free from my past life. And through the grace of God, that he has made me a new man in Christ. And even as hard as it was, I know it was for a reason to make me who I am today.
So in looking back at the anger and the bitterness, God never really told me what the root was, and that's what I was praying for. Instead, he gave me the way to remove it, to dive into his word and replace that anger with his word. And there's no way it's anyone else but him that does it. All Jesus.
Dark, and it's hard to see what you are doing here in the ruins and where this will lead. Oh, but I know down through the years, look on this moment and see your hand on it and know you were here.